Hello my creative friends, Olga Sabi here and welcome to new acrylic print video. Today let's have some fun with rainbow colors, and to try something new I want to work on black and white color split base. This is 12 by 36 canvas. This is a very neat size. I think it's really cool, you know, when there is a narrow wall between the windows or maybe over the couch or somewhere where there is a narrow space. This size is super duper cool. So I'm gonna do a color split for my black and white like this. The bottom black, top white, burst of rainbow colors in between. Let's see how it turns out. Let's get started. Okay, so let's just first pour out that paint. And start from there. And if some parts of my base are not going to be exactly straight line, that's totally cool, because as I'm going to be blowing out the colors in the center, there's still going to be some part of it that's gonna go towards one side or another. So we really don't need to focus here on the strict straight line border between the colors. Okay, let's pour in those rainbow colors. So I'm gonna start with green actually, because this is gonna be my center. I'm gonna know where the center is. And I want to actually not add them in line, but some colors add inside of the dark part and others inside of white. So here I'm adding some colors inside of dark black part and some inside of white, and then I'm gonna sort of crisscross them, or at least that's the plan. I don't know, but yeah, I'm keeping it sort of this direction. And by the way, I think this is gonna be the top, so this is gonna I'm gonna be blowing my colors towards this side, so I'm leaving for my red a little bit of extra space. I'm not bringing it right to the edge, because when I'm gonna start blowing, just gonna lose all the red, and I don't want that. So anyways, yeah, just leaving some space, and here we can have a little more room between the colors. Now, before going to the next step, to the blowout, I want to add some gold to all of my colors. Can't hurt to have the gold. I did a rainbow, huge rainbow flow before. Here is the video for it in case you haven't seen it. And it was rainbow colors on white base. And I also added gold in all the colors there, and it worked super beautiful. I want to add a few iridescent colors too, because they will help some cells show. They will also look amazing when dry. And I also want to add some colors inside of another. So it's not just bold, flat color, so that my colors sort of speak to each other more. And of course they will overmix to a certain level. I don't know, I just dropped something. Of course they will overmix a little bit when I'm gonna be blowing it out, but you can help it a little bit with that initially. I also think I want to add some white inside of each color, especially those colors that are inside of the dark one. Okay, I see that I want to add a little bit more white on this side. It will help my colors flow a little more when it have this base that they can sort of slide over. Yeah, okay, here comes the fun. Let's blow it out and see how it looks. Gosh, I'm so excited. So beautiful. I love it. I love it. This idea that I had to have them sort of in a chess order created this effect where they overlap. See, with some white goes in here, some dark goes in here, some dark goes in here, and so on. It almost looks like it's braided. Oh, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, but I love it. Beautiful cells, lacing. See that gold showing up. I used too much yellow here, I think. Look, let me look from this end, because I kind of initially thought it vertically in my mind, so that's easier to visualize it this way. Gosh, it's so beautiful. Used too much purple. At the same time, I like how they all slowly sort of transition one into another. There's no, border between yellow and orange. They all melting into each other. It's perfect. So this area here bothers me. Like, it's too solid compared to everything else. Rainbow colors always make me so happy. It brings my playful mode on. I am going to dip some of that out. No, not you. You stay. Guys, do you talk to your colors? To your paints? Yeah, I do sometimes. Okay, I just realized what I did wrong. So the blue went here and the purple had to go here. Oh, and I broke the pattern. Well, now it's sort of fixed. Like those drips, I usually like to have my clean, beautiful wooden sides, but in this painting, I love those yummy drips. This side looks, where colors are mixed with black, I'll show you after. It looks more muddy, so I might need to touch it up when it's dry. I don't know, I think it's pretty freaking awesome. Love it! Wow, it's even better than what I imagined. Definitely want to play with this crisscross more when it goes like this. Tell me, what colors would you like to see if this was, again, a black and white base, or maybe another color? Which colors would you like to see for the color split base and for the flow in this type of thing? I'm looking forward to hear from you. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see more color combinations. Okay, I'm just working on some small details here and there. I definitely would need to touch up this side. But this is beautiful. Got some of that blue back, because the purple was totally dominating. The sides look nice. Alright guys, let me pause for a moment right here and I will be right back to show you the dry result. Keep watching. Alright you guys, here is the dry result, and this is just dry paint. I didn't finish it with the varnish yet. I think I'm just gonna go for some spray varnish, and you can see this beauty dried perfectly. So first of all, let me go back here the top part. It's probably my favorite part. Look at this beautiful transparency. And this section goes in here. Ah, it's perfect. And I also really like this black part that creates sort of a separation between these parts and really emphasizes this overlap effect. And as we go down, I love this little pop of gold. And I really like each part has so many beautiful details. In my turquoise, it goes towards the green. I really love this section with the beautiful lacing. And see, this is the iridescent colors. So with just dry paint, colors look more matte, you can see, but it's not a problem really. You can totally cover it with the varnish. I wouldn't cover it with the epoxy resin because it's on canvas, but even just a thin layer of glossy varnish will totally make those colors pop more and add the shine. This bottom part with violet looks so much like orchid flower, and I wanted to show you my sides. So I added a little bit more paint on the sides because when the drips are just thin lines, it doesn't look as fun. So I added a little bit more paint. So my sides at this one look like they continue the design. So for this one, I need to step away far back to show you the whole piece because it's so narrow and long. It probably makes sense to show it to you horizontally, but yeah, just so you have the perspective. And excuse that noise at the background. I have my dishwasher running. So there you have it, guys. On this side, I would still need to touch it up a little more, but I added more paint on the sides, on the dark part as well. Looks beautiful. Let me know, what do you think? What do you think about this beauty? And maybe if there are other color combo ideas you would like me to explore, please feel free to let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Check out my website olgasobey.com if you want to learn more about acrylic pouring because I share a lot, just a lot on my website as well. So check it out and hope to see you in the next video. Take care and stay creative. Bye-bye!